We just got a mega oasis of a development update from Ark showcasing a brand new creature, a side-scrolling Ark framework, custom cosmetics, and server transfers are delayed. Hello survivors, there I was thinking it had been a fairly quiet month for news, but oh no, we just got some big surprises in this week's Community Crunch, and it includes the much asked question regarding this supposedly new creature expected to come in the paid for adventure pack with Scorched Earth. And not only did we finally get that answer, it's generated a whole oasis of new questions. And if you haven't seen the Community Crunch yet, then you may not have seen this side-scrolling adventure yet, coming to mods very soon. So let's take a look at what we know so far. As always survivors, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of this news. So we'll start with the elephant in the room. That's right, the brand new creature revealed for the upcoming Frontier Adventure Pack, the Oasisaur. I just can't get over what I'm seeing here. Originally, all we were told was that the adventure packs would introduce a new creature. It was left to speculation as to whether it would be a real world dino, or some big overpowered pay to win creature, or something not even worth bothering with. Some even guessed it might just be a skin for an existing creature, considering it's a paid content pack. But the Oasisaur has been revealed, and honestly, it's a Megachelon 2.0. This reveal has only answered one question: what is the creature? But now it opens so many other questions. We still don't know how this adventure pack will work yet. We don't know if these creatures are tameable or if they're given to the people that pay for the adventure pack, and therefore whether these can be tamed by those without the adventure pack. Can they be used or ridden by those that have not bought a content pack? We don't know exactly how it's going to work yet. But there's a lot more questions that have been generated by this reveal. This is what the description reads as. The Oasisaur, a gentle giant of the earth, stands as a living sanctuary, offering protection and sustenance to all creatures in its vicinity. With its unique ability to create a safe haven, it shields players from environmental threats and hostile creatures, though it offers little defense against other players. This majestic creature offers a beacon of tranquility on this scorching earth. That description just begs so many questions. It creates a safe haven and protects creatures in its vicinity. Presumably it's got some kind of invisible bubble around it, so anything living on it or on the ground underneath it is safe, as it also shields players from environmental threats and hostile creatures, but not from players. What does this mean exactly? Can wild creatures not attack this beast? Or does it mean the Oasisaur will take the brunt of attacks and therefore everything on it will remain safe? How many of these can a tribe have? And I'm going to assume this will use up a lot of tame slots. Can they be transferred across maps? If environmental threats count as things like radiation, how much can these protect those around it? And what does that mean if it can be moved across other maps? It's got an oasis of sustenance on top of it, a lake and lots of vegetation and shrubs and stuff, which I assume doesn't grow back if you build on it, so not quite sure what it's going to look like if people put up big bases on the back of their Oasisaur. So I don't know about you, but even though this is described as a protector and not an attacker, surely it will still give those that buy the adventure pack a massive advantage. Instead of pay to win, it's more like pay to defend. But still, it does kind of make it a bit questionable with it being behind a paid pack. But putting all of that aside, I am absolutely stoked to see more regarding this creature and how exactly it's going to work and how the adventure pack and the content in it works overall. Because don't forget, that's bringing trains, train tracks, other things like dynamite, shovels, treasure, games, costumes, and all sorts of other stuff. How is it all going to work, and what does it mean for those that don't have the adventure pack on the servers that other people are playing on that do have the pack. I don't think anyone expected the creature to be anything like this. In fact, I assumed it would be a real world creature. Now, I do question why they put a Megalosaurus on the Oasisaur in the picture standing up wide awake during the day on Scorched Earth. It's probably nothing, but it's a bit of an odd choice for, in my opinion, for a creature to pick to put in that picture. So I do have a bit of a question about that as well. Does the environment threat protection mean Megalos won't be affected by daylight? If that's the case, it doesn't really serve much purpose, as it wouldn't be used inside the Oasisaur's protective bubble anyway. So it could just be that it was a random creature that they picked to put in the picture, but I just do find it odd that it was that particular creature that can't really be used outside of caves unless you're an aberration. But if the Oasisaur protects everything around it from wild hostile creatures, what does that mean exactly? If you attack creatures from the Oasisaur, what's going to happen then? Because they're obviously going to aggro, but is it just that they won't be able to actually reach your creatures and everything because you're going to be way too high up? And how much health is the Oasisaur going to have? Will Gigas even aggro towards this beast? There are so many questions, but only one got answered. So let me know what you think of this so far. There is definitely going to be a lot of mixed opinions on this, particularly with it being behind a paid pack. But it definitely has got me more excited for Scorched Earth. And of course, with Scorched Earth coming, it's going to be a bit of an update on the map as well, because they've confirmed that there's going to be new caves. So we don't know exactly what changes to the map there's going to be. And also there's a Fosolasuchus coming as well. Now, before I cover the side-scrolling adventure, there's a couple of other things that I wanted to cover. Firstly, server transfers got pushed back from January 24th to January 31st to coincide with the big dev kit update. So there's another week to wait, but it's not a massive pushback. But they are introducing an upgraded cosmetic system, which I think may be coming on January 31st. They didn't actually say a specific date for this, but it's kind of listed within all the other stuff that they said is coming on the 31st. This is what they said about it. We're introducing an upgraded cosmetic system, letting players forge their own visual masterpieces for structures, costumes and more. Best of all, they can be used on any server without the need for the servers to download a mod. It can all happen under the hood of your client, including on official servers. So decorate your bases and suit up how you'd like. In a later update, these custom visuals will automatically download in the background while you explore, so get ready to discover fresh surprises on structures, items and characters every time you venture around the Ark. This is a really interesting addition to Ark, because this is where players can customize their tribes to make them more unique. Whether it's PvE or PvP, it doesn't matter. Instead of structures all looking the same, besides the way they are built, this will give a whole new level of uniqueness to it, and the fact it includes costumes too is fantastic. Hopefully that means full costumes, not just shirts and pants like the official costumes. So definitely something to look forward to in my opinion, and hopefully that is coming on the 31st of January, but we'll have to wait to see if that's actually the date. And now the side scroller example. As part of the big dev kit update coming on January 31st, it will include a simple game framework example that will allow modders and anyone else that fancies having a go to try and create their own little Ark game. The framework example is what you can see on the screen now, a side-scrolling Ark adventure. They've said the simple game framework uses no gameplay code from Ark Survival Ascended and has been stripped down to the foundational Unreal classes, so anything you can do in Unreal Engine 5. You'll have the ability to create your own unique games, and they could be released on Ark, changing as much or as little as you'd like. I could see modders being really interested in trying this out and seeing what they can come up with. In fact, I'm not even a modder and I'm excited to try it out myself. and I think we could very well see some fun content come out of it. I suspect some of it might be geared towards premium mods, but even still, this opens a whole new world for Ark development, and we've all seen what amazing content modders can make. So stay tuned as we wait to see what this huge development kit update brings in the future. And speaking of premium mods, yes, they are finally arriving on January 31st. Making 31st a pretty big day for Ark, with all of this releasing and server transfers as well. The Oasisaur, however, is coming with Scorched Earth in the adventure pack, so that is targeted for April 1st. And also the center is still expected to come at the end of February. So let me know what you think of this oasis of an update. That's all for today, survivors. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to keep up with all the latest Ark news.